Welcome, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today, I want to talk about something that can truly change your life. No, this isn't just another motivational talk. This is something that could flip your entire world upside down in the best way possible. So listen carefully. Have you ever looked at rich people and thought, wow, they must have been born lucky? Maybe you believe they had rich parents or some special talent that made them successful. But let me tell you a secret. Most of them started with nothing. Look at Elon Musk. He wasn't born into a billionaire family. Yet today his net worth is over $342 billion. He can buy anything he wants. But how? Is he from another planet? No. He breathes the same air as we do. Then why do some people reach the top while others struggle just to get by? Let's be real. Most people are stuck in jobs they don't love. They wake up, rush to work, sit in an office for hours, get exhausted, come home, and repeat. Every month they wait desperately for their paycheck. Bills pile up. Expenses never end. Some even think, I should quit this job. But if you quit today, will your next job suddenly make you rich? No. You compromise on your favorite shoes. You delay your dream vacation. You see others living in luxury, driving fancy cars, wearing designer clothes, and you wonder, how do they do it? You feel frustrated. You say, I wish I had money. I wish I could buy my dream house. But for most people, it remains a dream. Now, what if I told you that you can change this? What if I told you that there is a science behind becoming rich? And if you understand it, you won't have to kill your dreams. Right now, you might doubt me. You might think, this is just talk. But trust me, by the end of this video, you'll realize that nobody has ever told you these things before. Most of us grow up being told, go to school, get a degree, find a job, and work hard. Society has programmed us to believe that this is the safest path. But if that were true, why isn't everyone rich? Look around. Are they? No. The majority of people are struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, drowning in debt. Now let's talk about those who didn't follow this traditional path. People like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Mark Zuckerberg. Did they follow the crowd? No. They thought differently. They took risks. They created something new. Imagine you're swimming in a river. Everyone is moving in one direction because they believe it's the right way. But what if there's a hidden shortcut to success? Only a few people stop, look around, and find it. Those are the people who become rich. So the first rule is, don't follow the crowd. Think for yourself. Question everything. Society tells you money is hard to earn. Rich people are greedy. Just work hard and you'll be successful. But is that really true? If hard work alone made people rich, then construction workers and factory workers would be millionaires. But they aren't. Why? Because working hard is not enough. You have to work smart. Now let's talk about the second biggest mistake. Working only for money. Most people wake up, go to work, come home tired, sleep, and repeat. They trade their time for money. But here's the harsh truth. If you work for money, you will never be free. Think about it. If you stop working today, does your income stop too? If the answer is yes, then you are trapped. Rich people don't work just for money. They build systems that make money for them. They invest in businesses, stocks, real estate, things that generate income even when they're sleeping. Let me tell you a story. There was a man named Alex. He worked hard every day, earning just enough to survive. One day, he met a wealthy mentor who told him, Alex, if you keep working for money, you will always be poor. You must learn to make money work for you. At first, Alex didn't understand. But then he started investing. He learned about passive income. Within a few years, his life changed completely. And this can happen to you too. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. What if I told you that learning English can also be a tool to make you rich? Yes. Think about it. English is the global language of business. The richest people in the world communicate in English. They negotiate deals, give speeches, and connect with international markets. If you can speak English fluently, you open doors to endless opportunities. Imagine walking into a high-paying job interview and speaking with confidence. Imagine starting your own online business and reaching customers worldwide. Imagine networking with successful people without hesitation. Learning English isn't just about words and grammar. It's about changing your life. So, how do you do it? First, immerse yourself. Watch English videos, listen to podcasts, and practice speaking every day. Second, learn from real-life examples, just like you're doing right now. And third, believe in yourself. Confidence is key. Now, let's go back to our main topic. You want to be rich? Here's the reality. You must break the cycle. Stop thinking like the average person. Start thinking like the rich. Instead of asking, how can I make more money? Ask, how can I make money work for me? Instead of saying, I can't afford this, ask, how can I afford this? The way you think changes everything. You can choose to stay where you are, or you can choose to take control of your life. The choice is yours. But wait, there's one more thing. One final secret that can unlock your path to wealth. And this is something even millionaires don't talk about openly. Do you want to know what it is? Let me ask you something. How many hours can you work in a day? 8 hours? 12 hours? Maybe even 16? But no matter how much you push yourself, there's a limit to how much you can work. And if there's a limit to your time, there's a limit to your earnings. That's the harsh reality. But here's the secret. Rich people don't work for money. They make money work for them. Think about two people. One works 12 hours a day at a job. The other builds a business, invests in stocks, or creates a product that earns money even while they sleep. Who do you think will be richer? The answer is obvious. The second person has passive income. That means they earn money without actively working every single hour. That's the power of smart financial decisions. So, stop working only for money. Start making money work for you. But wait, there's another trap that many fall into, trying to do everything alone. Most people believe that working harder will solve all their problems. I'll do it all myself. I'll save money, they think. But this is one of the biggest mistakes. Rich people don't try to do everything alone. They understand the power of delegation. They build teams, hire experts, and focus on what they do best. Imagine you're building a house. You decide to do everything yourself, the plumbing, the wiring, the painting, and the construction. It would take years, but what if you hired skilled professionals for each job? The house would be built faster and better. This is exactly how businesses work. Stop doing everything alone. Learn to delegate. That's how real success happens. Now, let's talk about the people around you. Your income is the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Shocking, isn't it? If you surround yourself with negative, broke people who complain all the time, you will become just like them. But if you spend time with successful, ambitious people, your mindset will change. You will start thinking bigger and aiming higher. Let me tell you a story. There were 2 kids. One grew up in a neighborhood where everyone was struggling. He saw financial problems every day, and he believed that struggle was just part of life. The other kid grew up in a place where people were successful, and he believed that success was normal. Who do you think became more successful? It's simple. The environment shapes your mindset. If you want to be rich, surround yourself with winners and cut off negative, lazy people. Your environment shapes you more than you think. But let's be real. There's no magic formula to success, no secret shortcut. If you want to be rich, you have to be ready to work harder than anyone else. Persistence is what separates successful people from failures. Most people give up after a few setbacks. But rich people, they keep going no matter what. Think about Thomas Edison. He failed 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Imagine if he had given up at attempt number 9,999. The world would be completely different. That's the kind of determination you need. If you want to be rich, be unstoppable. Keep pushing forward no matter how many times you fail. Now, here's another mistake many people make. They try to look rich instead of actually being rich. They spend money on expensive cars, designer clothes, and fancy watches just to impress others. But true wealth isn't about showing off. It's about financial freedom. Imagine two people. Both earn $50,000 a year. One spends it all on luxury vacations, designer clothes, and an expensive car. He looks rich but has no savings, no investments, and no real security. The other person invests in real estate, stocks, and businesses. Fast forward 10 years, one is still struggling, while the other is a millionaire. Who would you rather be? Rich people don't waste money to impress others. They focus on building real wealth first. And here's the key: understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. This is what separates the rich from the poor. Assets are things that make you money, like real estate, stocks, businesses, or intellectual property. Liabilities are things that cost you money, like car loans, expensive gadgets, and debt. Let me give you an example. One person buys an expensive car with a loan, thinking it's an asset. But the car loses value every year, and they have to make monthly payments. Another person buys a rental property. That property generates rental income every month and increases in value over time. One person is getting poorer. The other is getting richer. Which one do you want to be? Most people are trapped in a cycle of earning, spending, and barely saving. They work for money instead of making money work for them. But what if you could escape this trap? What if you could build wealth while others keep struggling? What if there was a way to completely change your financial future? Well, there is. And in the next part, I'm going to reveal the exact steps you need to take to start building real wealth. Get ready, because what I'm about to share could change everything for you. Have you ever thought about what would happen if you suddenly lost your job? Scary, right? Most people rely on just one source of income, usually their salary. But what if that job disappears? Then what? Rich people never put all their eggs in one basket. They have multiple streams of income. If one fails, they have others to keep them going. Think about the COVID-19 pandemic. Millions of people lost their jobs overnight. Some panicked. They had no backup plan, no savings, no second source of income. They struggled. But those who had a side business, investments, or freelancing gigs, they survived. They kept earning. They didn't have to beg for a job. So, what's the lesson here? If you want financial freedom, you must create multiple income sources. Start a small business. Learn a skill you can monetize. Invest. Even if you have a job, build something on the side. If one income stops, you won't be left helpless. Now let's talk about generosity. Many people think giving money away makes you poor. But have you noticed? The richest people in the world are also the biggest givers. Bill Gates donates billions. Warren Buffett gives away wealth. But here's the catch: they give wisely. Imagine you're a millionaire. You donate to charity. You fund schools. You invest in businesses that create jobs. But then people start asking for money. Please lend me this. Give me that. If you keep saying yes, what happens? They take advantage of you. Soon you're broke. The key? Be generous, but set limits. Help people grow. Don't just hand out cash. Invest in their potential. Now, let's clear up a big lie. Hard work makes you rich. If that were true, construction workers, laborers, and street cleaners would be billionaires. But they're not, because hard work alone doesn't make you rich. Picture this. A man works 12-hour shifts digging roads. He's exhausted. His back hurts. He earns just enough to survive. Now look at another man. He runs a business. He creates a product. He makes smart investments. He works less, yet earns millions. Why? Because he understands the right equation. Hard work, survival. Smart work, plus financial knowledge, wealth. So, what should you do? Stop only working hard. Start working smart. Find ways to scale your income. Use leverage. Invest in yourself. That's how real wealth is built. Speaking of investing, let's talk about the stock market. Many people fear it. It's gambling. I'll lose my money. But the truth? The stock market is a tool that the rich use to multiply their wealth. While the poor keep their money in a bank, earning tiny interest, the rich invest and make it grow. Let me give you an example. Imagine two friends, Adam and Ryan. Adam saves $10,000 in his bank account. Ryan invests $10,000 in a solid company. 5 years later, Adam still has around $10,000, maybe slightly more. But Ryan? His investment has grown to $50,000. Who is richer? The answer is obvious. Investing isn't luck. It's knowledge. Learn about it. Start small. The earlier you begin, the faster your money grows. If you never invest, you'll always trade time for money, and that's a trap. Now let's bust another myth. Money comes from hard work. No, it comes from value. Look around. Some people work 15 hours a day, yet barely survive. Others work 4 hours and earn millions. What's the difference? Value. A janitor mops floors all day but gets paid little. Meanwhile, an entrepreneur creates a cleaning robot that companies buy for thousands of dollars. The janitor works hard. The entrepreneur works smart. One stays broke. The other builds wealth. The lesson? Don't just work hard. Work on skills that create value. Solve big problems. Provide something people need. When you create value, money chases you. If you only trade time for money, you'll always be stuck. So, how do you escape this cycle? How do you go from just getting by to actually getting rich? The answer is right in front of you. But are you ready to take action? Are you ready to change your life? Never completely rely on anyone for money. Have you ever thought about what would happen if the person you rely on for money suddenly stopped supporting you? Maybe it's your job, a family member, or even a friend. What if they lose their income? What if they decide they can't or don't want to help you anymore? Then what? If you don't have your own financial security, you're just one step away from disaster. That's a scary thought, isn't it? Think about two people. One depends entirely on his company salary. He works hard, but all his income comes from one place. One day, the company shuts down. Now he has nothing. No backup, no savings. Just panic and stress. The second person, however, has multiple income sources. Stocks, a small online business, and rental income. If one of these fails, he still has money coming in from the others. Who do you think sleeps peacefully at night? The one who took control of his financial future. No one will ever care about your financial security as much as you do. That's why you must take control. Start a side business. Learn a high-income skill. Invest in something that grows your money. Do whatever it takes to stand on your own 2 feet. Because being dependent is the fastest way to stay poor forever. Your time is your most precious asset. Have you ever heard the saying, "Time is money"? It's more than just a phrase. It's a fact. You can lose money and earn it back, but time, once it's gone forever. That's why rich people guard their time like gold. Look at your daily routine. How much time do you waste? Hours scrolling social media, binge-watching shows, or gossiping about things that don't even matter. Now, let's put that in perspective. If your time were worth $10 per hour and you wasted just 5 hours a day, that's $50 gone. Now imagine wasting 5 hours every day for years. That's thousands of dollars of lost potential. Meanwhile, successful people use their time wisely. They learn new skills, build businesses, and surround themselves with winners. That's why they get ahead. The question is, which one will you be? The person who wastes time or the one who values it? Create value. According to the market, hard work alone won't make you rich. You have to be smart about it. The market doesn't care about how much effort you put in. It cares about the value you create. Imagine two people selling the same bottled water. The first person sells it on a quiet street for $1 per bottle. The second person sets up his stand outside a major marathon event on a hot day. He sells the same bottle for $10. Who makes more money? The second person. Why? Because he positioned his value where people needed it most. Now, think about yourself. Are you working hard in a job or business that the market actually rewards? If not, you might be wasting your time. Rich people don't just work hard, they work where their skills and services are most valuable. If you want to be rich, ask yourself, am I in the right place? If not, it's time to move. The power of influence. Why do some people seem to attract money effortlessly? The answer is simple. Money follows influence. The more influence you have, the more money you make, Emma. Look at social media influencers, business leaders, or even politicians. Why are they rich? Because they have influence. Influence means power, and power attracts opportunities. Think about it. If you open a restaurant and make the best food in town but no one knows about it, will you get rich? No. But if you have influence, if people trust you, admire you, and listen to you, then the moment you tell them about your restaurant, they'll come running. Influence isn't just about social media. You can build it by becoming an expert in your field, by creating value, and by making people trust you. If you have no influence, you're invisible. And invisible people don't get rich. So start building influence today. Share your knowledge, help people, and create something valuable. The more people you impact, the more opportunities will come your way. But here's the thing. Just knowing these secrets isn't enough. The real question is, are you ready to take action? Because in the next part, I'm going to reveal the steps you must take to turn this knowledge into real wealth. 17. Love what you do or the product you sell. Have you ever met someone trying to sell something they don't believe in? It's a disaster. People can sense it. They know when someone is just after their money versus when someone truly believes in what they're offering. The richest people in the world either love what they do or deeply believe in their product. Think of Elon Musk. He isn't just selling Tesla cars, he believes in them. He believes in a better future, in innovation, in changing the world with electric vehicles. That's why people trust him. They invest in his companies. Now imagine if he was just trying to make a quick buck, selling something he didn't care about. Do you think Tesla would be a success? Absolutely not. If you don't love what you do, find something you do love. If you're selling something, make sure you believe in it 100%. Because if you don't, people will see right through you, and you will fail. 18. Don't spend on things you don't need. Let's be real. Poor people spend money to look rich. Rich people spend money to get richer. If you're constantly buying new clothes, expensive cars, and fancy gadgets just to show off, you will never become truly wealthy. Here's a simple rule. If it doesn't make you money or improve your life significantly, don't buy it. Let's take an example. Two people earn $5,000 per month. The first person buys a luxury car with a $1,000 monthly payment, eats at expensive restaurants, and spends money on designer clothes. The second person invests $2,000 in assets, stocks, businesses, and skills that make more money. Fast forward 10 years. The first person is still working paycheck to paycheck. The second person? Financially free. The lesson? Stop wasting money on things you don't need. Use your money to build wealth, not to impress people who don't care about you. 19. Don't be desperate. Desperation is a money killer. If you chase money like a hungry dog, it will run away from you. Wealth comes to those who are confident, strategic, and patient. Here's an example. Imagine you go to a job interview and you desperately need the job. You beg. You lower your salary expectations. You look nervous. What happens? They reject you. But if you walk in with confidence, knowing your value, you can negotiate a higher salary and better benefits. The same thing happens in business. If you beg customers to buy from you, they will run away. But if you build a brand, create trust, and show confidence, customers will want to buy from you. The lesson? Never act desperate. Build value. Improve your skills. And let money come to you naturally. 20. Ego is the enemy of wealth. Many people fail to get rich because they think they already know everything. They refuse to learn. They refuse to take advice. They refuse to change their strategies. Have you ever met someone who argues about everything, never listens, and always thinks they're right? They usually stay broke. Why? Because they are not willing to learn from people who are richer and smarter than them. Let's take an example. Two business owners start a company. One listens to feedback, studies the market, and improves his business. The other one refuses to change, ignores advice, and does everything his way. Who do you think will be successful? The first one. The richest people in the world are always learning. They read books. They attend seminars. They surround themselves with people smarter than them. If you want to be rich, kill your ego. Be humble enough to learn from those who have already achieved what you want. 21. Passion or blame? The choice is yours. Too many people blame their lack of wealth on circumstances, timing, or other people. But the truth is, the missing ingredient is passion. If you don't have passion for what you do, you're just going through the motions. And that's the main reason you won't succeed. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're working a job you hate. Every morning, you drag yourself out of bed feeling empty. Your work doesn't excite you. You're just waiting for your paycheck to come in. But at the same time, you keep complaining about how hard it is to get rich. The problem is simple. You're not passionate about what you're doing. Now think about someone who loves their job. They wake up early, excited to dive into their work. They're not motivated by money alone, but by the love they have for what they do. Whether they're creating art, building a business, or solving a problem, their passion drives them to put in the extra hours, to learn more, and to grow. That passion becomes their engine for wealth, and that's what will carry them through tough times. If you want to get rich, find something you love. Let passion be the fuel that pushes you beyond ordinary limits. But wait, what if you don't know what your passion is? What if you feel stuck, lost, and unsure about your path? Don't worry, because in the next chapter, I'm going to show you exactly how to find it and turn it into a money-making machine. Your mind is like a garden. If you keep planting the same old seeds, the same ideas, routines, and beliefs, how can you expect to grow anything new or exciting? Imagine a farmer who refuses to plant new crops every season. How long before his land turns barren? The same goes for your mind. If you want to grow, if you want to achieve something extraordinary, you have to constantly feed your brain with fresh, diverse, and exciting inputs. Think about the most successful people in the world. Do they limit themselves to just one kind of knowledge? No. They dive into different subjects, explore new fields, and seek inspiration from all corners of life. Look at Elon Musk. He didn't just stop at electric cars. He ventured into space travel, AI, and even brain-computer interfaces. Why? Because the more knowledge he gathers, the more connections he makes, and the more he innovates. Bill Gates, one of the richest men in the world, reads about 50 books a year. And here's the interesting part. Most of them aren't even about technology. He reads about history, biology, economics. Why? Because he understands that knowledge is power, and the broader your knowledge, the more opportunities you can see. Imagine if you started feeding your mind like that. What new ideas would spark in your brain? What opportunities would suddenly become visible? Now, think about yourself. Are you stuck in the same routine? Are you watching the same content, talking to the same people, and consuming the same type of information? If so, you're limiting your own potential. It's time to shake things up. Read books outside your field. Travel to new places, even if it's just a new part of your city. Talk to people with different experiences. The more diverse your inputs, the greater your chances of discovering something life-changing. Let's talk about leverage. If you're relying only on your own effort to make money, you're missing out on one of the biggest secrets of the rich. The rich don't just work harder, they work smarter. They use leverage. But what is leverage? Simply put, it's using other people's time, money, and skills to multiply your income. Let's break it down with an example. Imagine you want to buy a house worth $200,000. If you try to save that money on your own, it might take you 10, 15, or even 20 years. But a smart investor doesn't wait. Instead, they use leverage. They take a loan, pay only $20,000 up front, rent out the house, and let the tenants cover the mortgage. Now, they own a $200,000 asset while spending only a fraction of it. This is how the rich build wealth while the poor keep saving forever, waiting for a chance that never comes. And leverage isn't just about money. It's also about people. The most successful business owners don't try to do everything themselves. They hire experts, delegate tasks, and focus on what they do best. Think about Steve Jobs. He didn't build the iPhone by himself. He had a team of the best designers, engineers, and marketers working together. That's leverage. Now let's talk about a skill that can make or save you millions: negotiation. Most people never even try to negotiate. They accept the first price they're given. But let me ask you this. Do you think successful people pay full price for everything? No way. They understand that everything is negotiable. Imagine you and a friend walk into a car dealership. The car is priced at $25,000. You pay it without question. But your friend? He asks a few questions, points out a scratch on the door, and negotiates. He walks out paying only $22,000. He just saved $3,000 with a few words. Now, apply that principle to everything in life. If you negotiate in business deals, job offers, even everyday purchases, you can save or earn thousands, even millions over time. And negotiation isn't just about money. It's about confidence. It's about knowing your worth and standing your ground. The moment you start negotiating, you'll notice something interesting. People respect you more. Because when you demand more, people see you as someone who knows their value. But here's the biggest mindset shift of all: abundance. If you truly want to be wealthy, you have to believe that wealth is everywhere. Too many people look at others' success and feel jealousy. They think, there's no way I could ever have that. But that's the wrong mindset. The truth is there is more money, more opportunities, and more success out there than you can imagine. You just have to open your eyes to it. Every successful business in the world exists because someone solved a problem. Uber solved the problem of expensive, unreliable taxis. Airbnb solved the problem of expensive hotels. And Spanx? Sarah Blakely saw a problem that no one else did. Women wanted a smoother, more comfortable undergarment. She wasn't a billionaire when she started, but she saw an opportunity, took action, and built a billion-dollar empire. Now, ask yourself, what problems do you see around you? What opportunities are hidden in plain sight? Stop thinking about what you lack and start focusing on what's possible. There are customers waiting for a solution. There is money ready to flow into your hands. But you have to believe it. And here's the most important thing. Knowledge alone won't make you rich. Action will. You can read every book, watch every video, and listen to every podcast, but if you don't take action, nothing will change. Too many people wait. They wait for the right time, the right opportunity, the right moment. But the truth is, there is never a perfect moment. The only time you have is now. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to keep waiting, or are you going to take that first step? The world is yours if you're bold enough to take it. But the journey doesn't end here. In fact, it's just getting started.